now it's time for more Sink the Bismarck. Wolf 190D, your captain here. Um, so as we progress through this, we've got a continuation of a war with Austria-Hungary. We are working on eliminating them sooner rather than later, and saving up, of course, to perhaps more drastic action against the rest of the world. We've been steadfastly refusing the advances of the Chinese. And yeah, so Austria-Hungary is drying up pretty quick, it looks like. I think we've got them confined, actually, to the Mediterranean. They have no secondary allies. And what's it going to take to invade Croatia? Good God, I better get 1,000,000 tons over here. Do I have 1,000,000 tons? Well, let's see here. Yeah, we've got 1.5 million tons. That's going to be pretty much all of our surface ships. We've got another Wotan coming in. And let me see here. The Wotan is right there. The battleship is a 42V3. An MG42V3, that is. Okay, see, this isn't doing anything. I've got a couple of battle cruisers scattered across the Pacific. With the Austrian fleets really nowhere to be seen. So, what does 42V3, let me see here, this, I think, it's a Werft fleet with the Friedhof being repaired. The Wotan being commissioned. The Wotan should be in next turn. Should be. Well, we could always just strangle them. Might be the way to go, but let me see here. One more thing to check on real quick. Yeah, they've got 7 provinces and 7 ports. There's 3 ports here, and there's 1, 2, 3... 3 ports there. The 4th port, Rhodes. Okay, so Rhodes is gone next turn. The Panther class, 3 triple 10-inch guns. This is a new class, and it's got 4 underwater torpedo tubes. This is a new class of heavy cruiser. I haven't seen these guys yet. Ah, yes, and we do get to see the upgraded Gneisenals in action. Let's go ahead and retreat, follow, and follow. Alright. The Gneisenal class with its upgraded parameters. Okay, it's not so much swallowtailing anymore, at least not as much as it was. We got, it looks like three twin 104s. I'm curious about this cruiser. Let's have a look at him. Okay, so it's built on the same, like, baby dreadnought type hull. Which, that's really weird because it looks like it's got the same tower. It was just a larger version of the tower we were mounting on our pre-dreadnought light cruisers. Does anybody remember that movie, Sink the Bismarck? Feuer! Oh, his gunnery is way off. Remember though, these twin 15s are about our most accurate guns. Boom. Oh, we saw that one connect. Oh, and look what it did. Look what it did to the top of his deck. Oh, the humanity. It dropped straight on down through. Oh. Just dropping 15-inch bombs on it. And at 1.5 rounds per minute. That's pretty darn good. I mean, look, it's not sinking him so much as it is just destroying his... Oh, wait. Wow. The flooding actually won out on that one. Mm-mm. Let's see. No, I don't want the fleet moving into Heraklion. I want the fleet to move there. There we go. Good boys. Okay, the Hanovers, or the Hanover, rather, it's singular. 43 V3. Let's see here. Guys, 60,000 tons. But here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Oldenburg to come on down with his, or her rather, her 18-inch big busters. I want to see what they're going to do. Okay, so 6 out of 8, and then we've got to get our whole massive ships. Another 200, so 225. That's 536. And then the North Atlantic. I think the Gneisenau's are in the North Atlantic. It's 650 something, so we're probably actually good if I include these guys. So let's start bringing these guys in. Okay. I think I do have some submarines that are based in Limassol. Got Manila. We also have Lisbon. Can I just change them from there? I wonder. There's a way to do that, and I keep like neglecting it. No. No. Okay. Well, Lisbon, you guys, I'm gonna put y'all over here, just to kind of keep an eye on Spain, shall we? Yes. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put 2400s with these guys. And I think it is time to start looking at phasing out those 1600s. Uh-huh. Wow, he doesn't even have 2000s. Okay, well, let's bring some 2400s. 43, 44. And we'll move these 1600s to Douala. Let's go ahead and mothball every single one of those 1600s. And actually, because one of two destroyers I'm going to want to actually build right now. One of two. Geez, what new hulls do we even have? I know we got the hybrid battle cruiser fairly recently. Hybrid battleship, excuse me. We've got two destroyers. We've got either the destroyer leader, or we've got this interesting little hybrid destroyer that we could build, which literally looks like a miniature version of like the Deutschland class cruisers. And there again, the German ships are not renowned for their high speeds. Um, or at least the German destroyers. And I'm sorry, but the German destroyers are kind of they're sort of a joke when it comes to quickness anyway. Though firepower wise, wow, they're a modern light cruiser too. I do not like modern light cruiser too. I don't know. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna do that. All right, so let's see here. Let's go with a 5,000 ton. We'll start off with a 5,000 ton ship and see where that gets us. So let's go with a -6 beam, and we'll go back to 5,000 tons. Okay. You got enhanced towers. We could do that, or we could go with the heavy modern tower. Um, because I'm gonna go more of a fleet destroyer type of build, I'm just gonna use the heavy modern tower. All right, that'll suit our purposes just fine. Now for the secondary tower, do we go with an advanced tower? Do we go with a dual gun tower? Large barbette tower. First of all, let's check the funnel. All right. Oh wow, look at this! Look at this cool looking funnel. We'll go with that. We'll say 38 knots if we can squeeze 38 knots out of this thing. Max bulkheads, spacious crew, turbines. Do we want turbines or do we want something else? 200 horsepower per ton versus 58 horsepower per ton. We got diesel engines. Let's do that. Let's do the diesels. And we can actually downgrade the funnel because of that. All right. And I think what we do instead of 2 twin 5s, let's go with a pair of triples. Make this thing as light as possible. Double bottom, anti-flood number 3. Torpedoes, we're going to go with electric. We're going to go with, should we stick with 21-inch standard ammunition? Okay, now for that secondary tower. Do we go with an advanced targeting tower? That's really heavy, actually. The dual gun tower, I think, might be a little on the big side. Isn't it, or is it? Okay. There we go. The large barbette tower works. Now, do we go with double barrels or triple barrels? Let's see here. Or do we upgrade to 5-inch guns? Nah, the 105. The 105s are still working so well. And this is the interesting thing about these types of destroyers, is they actually have room for quite a substantial secondary armament, if you want to call it that. Okay. Now, here's the question then. Do we want to continue with the triple mounts, or do we go ahead and do what we were initially going to do? I don't know. Would the targeting tower, would that be a wise addition? Can we put something on there? 88s. That's actually an interesting thought. Can we put 88s instead of? Well, we could. 2-inch guns. Yeah, we can put two. We can put a couple of 2-inch guns on there. Actually, that would probably be the best bet if we put that targeting tower there. Okay. Forward weight. Aft weight. I see it won't support 88s. We can put those twin barrel guys on here and a pair of singles up front. There we go. Okay. I don't know, that's a little weird, isn't it? Or is it? Yes it is. Let's go back to that position. Go back to there. No, that's too much on the forward end. Unless... Oh no, there's a thought. I could put that there. Why won't this go? But so far, okay. Those guns, that's the targeting tower. That's a lot more weight. Let's see here. Torpedo spotting. So what's the advantage to the 9, long range accuracy 5, damage control is 11. Target signature is significantly smaller actually. Let's go with the dual gun tower. Yeah. The problem of course is that. And that's the issue that we were trying to resolve. So the targeting tower might actually be the way to go. Let's see, this gives us 6 torpedoes on a broadside. Now, what if we were to increase these to quadruple tubes? Can we? Yes, let's put 2 pairs of quadruple tubes on this guy. That sounds like more fun. Alright, so pair. The 2 4-inch guns, they're going to be 105s. And the 2-inch guns are going to be 57 millimeter. Okay. Okay, let me go back to, here's the question then. Can we put this barbette back there? No, that's not going to fit. That's not going to fit at all. So, and there again, it's not going to work with that gun there. So, let's go ahead and just plop this guy down right there like that. Okay. Got charge 5. Mine hunt 4. No mines. No need mines. Rangefinder. Let's go with coincidence 3. We're going to go with sonar. We're going to go with an advanced radio with a Gen 1 radar. And there's the problem. Okay. I do want the we'll go with tube powder. Fire chance. Go TNT number 2. Light shells. Reduce the ammo. Max HE. Incendiary HE shells with, let's say, capped 1 ballistics. 1.5 inches of armor. What's the maximum on the main belt with these things? Let's say 1.25. We'll say 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch for now. The main deck, we'll go with 1/2 inch on the main deck. Bring the forward deck down to 1/2 inch. And the aft deck and the aft belt, we'll go ahead and beef up. There we go. Conning tower, let's max out the conning tower. And the superstructure will give splinter protection. And the guns will go with 2 inches of armor. We'll go with a 2 and a 1. And then the 2-inch guns are just going to be unarmored. Okay. Wow, can this thing mount underwater tubes as well? I don't really want to do that. But quad tubes gives us eight torpedoes on a broadside, and because of the way that they're stacked, we have 16 total tubes. The electric motors are going to be great for them. Can I bump them up to 22 inch? I can go to 22 inch torpedoes. Let's go to 21 inch. And the electric propellers, because they're going to make them really hard to, and these guys are going to get closer anyway. Yes, the reloading. Automatic reloads. Because I want these guys to be able to crank out shells, high volume, and therein is going to be another issue, I guess. Can we drop? Yeah, we can. 38 knots is going to be good. And the diesel engines to bring down the cost. Now, if I wanted to, if we went up to gas turbines, they're not as efficient as the diesels, though, is the odd thing. 200% horsepower per ton, or 200 horsepower per ton. Minus 30% maintenance cost. Yeah, the diesels are probably going to be the way to go. All right. So we're going to have to see how these destroyers perform. But we've got a couple of 57s on the bow facing off to either side, and then we've got two twins facing off the rear. And with these incendiary rounds, these guys are going to probably, I'm not entirely sure, but probably just be able to burn ships down. So we got an advanced radio with a Gen 1 radar, which is going to be really, really useful on this. Doesn't have an RDF, but it does have the Gen 1 radar. Unless I don't want the radar on these things. Now, what happened to the Minesweeper? Let's take the radar off. We're just gonna put an RDF on these things. Save the radar for the big vessels. And we can actually mount coincidence rangefinder number 4 now. That's good. That's great. Okay. Who's looking forward to seeing how these little tasty treats perform in combat, huh? It's got four quad barrel torpedo launchers on there. Maybe. I don't know. Can we go up to 5s? Yeah, no. 5s are not going to work. 5s are way too heavy. Okay. But 4 quads is great. That's going to be a good bit of torpedo. You know, can we fit another one on here? We could load this guy up. Anyway, these are going to be the V5000s. You're looking, ladies and gentlemen, at our new fleet destroyer. Should we put one or should we continue working with pairs? One is going to be incredibly expensive, but it's not like we're hurting for money right now. And let's see, hundreds, thousands, wow. Coming in at $1.5 billion a piece. The V5000. I'm not sure how I feel about this targeting tower. Other than it has a reduced target signature, which for destroyers is actually really nice. Speaking of main towers, let me see here. Target signature 30, target signature 28. So we're not getting much lower than that. But if we were to put, wow, god dang, look at that tower. That's like getting into light cruiser territory, guys. Nah, I think I'll stick with the enhanced modern tower. Okay. That looks like it'll be a mean little ship. So let's go ahead and we'll save that. We'll exit here, and then we'll get back to what it is that we're doing. Okay, so finances. Let's see here. We've got about 170,000 tons to work with here. So let's go ahead and build 6 of these guys. The V5000s. And we're going to launch these in our favorite destroyer port, because in large part it's sheltered. It's tucked away back there. God, they take almost as much time, as some of our early heavy cruisers and battleships took. Good grief! And that's one of the things you get with having more and more complex technology. There's a 2400, yes. He should have 2400, yes, yes. I mean, the 2400s are still viable. It's just, you know, it's time to start looking at building better destroyers, bigger destroyers, more powerful destroyers. And it looks like, are we stalled there, or were we there last time? I can't remember. You know, I know how we can really get underneath of Austria, Hungary, and Spain. Okay, Victoria Luis. Advanced gun mechanisms. The Koreans would like a Gneisenau, and so no, I don't really want to do that for 72%. 25% is considered light damage. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unrestrict these guys. Yeah, that's what I hadn't done yet. So, let's do a minor course correction, shall we? Let's see here. Who's allied with who over here? So if I go back to war with China, I'll be able to invade the Arabian countries and the Ottoman countries and Mexico. Um, go back to war with Russia, we get Norway, we get Canada. Okay. It's time to move this guy. Um, move him to Kuching. Yeah, let's just go to unrestricted, guys. Just open all. You know what? Forget it. We're gonna go for broke now. Come on. Come on. I think those 1600 destroyers, they're still viable, aren't they? Or are they built on the destroyer one hulls? Hmm. Your little allies are starting to annoy me anyway. So, I mean, the Ottomans and the Arabians, they've been doing nothing but probing my provinces over here. I understand they're his home provinces, but I'm not at war with his big protector there. So I think I ought to be able to just go in there and take him out. 33%. Yeah, that's going to stalemate, isn't it? That's gonna stagnate that attack. Mm-hmm. Which is the bigger port? Sevastopol. Okay, well then let's bring him on up to Sevastopol, and we'll open you up to unrestricted warfare. Unrestricted submarine warfare. It's part of what landed Germany in hot water historically, wasn't it? But not this time. Nothing. Yeah, Southeast Asia, -2.5. Baltic Sea, -2.5. Um, okay. Yeah, that's how you do it. You just set your submarines to unrestricted warfare. There you go. That's a nice hit. Oh, yes. 2 transports or civilian ships. Yes. Denmark wants to order a V-2400. Yeah, sure. And Korea wants one as well. Okay, yeah, sure. We gain control of southern Spain. Not fleet. I want ship design. Because I think I still got 2000s, don't I? Yes, yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete that. 2400s. Okay. And here comes the fun part. Okay. So what fleet is in there anyway? Okay, it's the battle cruiser fleet. 100,000. Okay. Let's move Gneisenau and Scharnhorst. Out on point. Okay. Deutschlands. I'm going to put you guys right over there. And then the Bismarcks. The Bismarcks need to jump on in here. So let's put this fleet there. And this is the other Bismarck fleet. We'll put you there. And we gotta sink that stupid sub first. 5 months and 3 months. Okay. And then let me see here. I'm gonna put Battlecruiser Mars in with the other guys right now, and then this fleet of the Verths, they can come right there. Actually, yeah, okay. And if I have to straighten out my stuff, I have to straighten out my stuff. That's kind of beyond the point at this point. Okay. The Serbians are pushing. The Ottomans are trying to take Gallipoli. In which case, if they do, what do I want to do if they do? I'm going to put him into Barbara. Let's go ahead. Get a refit going on that guy. I don't think I have any more big ships building. Not for me anyway. Some for my minor allies. Nope, he's at 43% now. They're back to pushing hard on Galicia. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. Sweden wants 2 Deutschland class heavy cruisers. Yeah, you know, we can do that for Sweden. Denmark, I'm sorry, but we don't have the tonnage for it right now. Southern Norway of Norway has been conquered by Sweden. Canada issues an offensive from Maine against New Brunswick. Norway has lost its homeland. And the Battle of Croatia, yeah, they're getting slaughtered, aren't they? Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, we're just trying to get on their nerves at this point. Oh man, I don't know if it's a good idea prodding them in such a way, but well, you know, anyhow, that ship should be able to take this. Yeah, that should be able to take that. Oh, here we have a submarine here. Let's go unrestricted. Let's do it to it, boys. Um, and I mean, this is okay. It's good. It's good. What are we trying to do? Oh yes, the Wotan. Let's move Wotan here to. Should I just use him to block up Spain here? I don't know. What does Spain have right now? There's really only a few ports in the rest of what's left in the world. Um, that's gonna take a much larger fleet. So no, I'll send Wotan here. I'll send her over to Haifa in Palestine. Actually, let's move Wotan there, and we'll move the Oldenburg to plug up the channel. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. I think we got this on lockdown, gang. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna send some other fleets back over to back over Mexico way? Actually, I've got these two battle cruisers over here. They should be able to deal with several. Yes. I'm gonna start. Yeah. Both these guys too. So let's go ahead and mothball them. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and scrap. China is pretty much relegated over to Asia and Arabia. The Russians, well, the Russians really only have the Baltic Sea. We could go take Kronstadt pretty easily. Um, yeah, maybe that's what we do here. I'm gonna take Oldenburg. I'm gonna move Oldenburg up in there, and then Oldenburg can just kind of go up and block up the entire thing. If he has any ships, what does he have? We don't know. That's really weird. That's okay. Well, he has 7 battleships in that group. He has a battleship and a battle cruiser in that group. So maybe what I'll do is I'll send the Oldenburg up there, and then I'll bring the battle cruisers for light support. But anyway, this other Oldenburg fleet's going to be 100 and how much? 105,000. So that's going to be 748. Yeah, that's going to be plenty. We're gonna take that. U9. Okay, yeah. Bye bye U9. Advanced marine engines. Okay. Advanced fire control. Mark IV 16-inch guns. Okay. And we're steadily just eating away at our relationships with everybody else. They want a Gneisenau. No, I don't have enough tonnage to do that. Yes, we pushed back Arabia's offensive, and the Battle of Croatia is going swimmingly. Yes, yes. And we're now at 75% in Galicia. Hopefully they take Galicia before, because that's going to create a little bit of a buffer into Russia. But anyway. Yes. Okay. 3 months and 1 month. So the Verths still are some viable ships. We'll have to see how well they perform moving forward, but they are backed. They are backed by these good modern ships. You know, the Admiral Hippers and the Niobes. There again, we'll just have to see how that's going to play out. 19%. Yep. Nope. His offensive is being pushed back. His offensive is being pushed back. Nobody's being offensive anymore. There's going to be a minor issue with that, as I can foresee. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those guys, scrap. There's going to be a minor problem here now, though. The Kaisers are mothballed. We're not selling them yet. But MG43V3 refit, and that's probably what it's going to do, is it's going to put us over. Let me see here. Yeah, let's see, it's over. So we're going to suspend that for now. Let those 2 battleships get done repairing, or it might even be after the 1. We'll have to see. Okay. And we should, and we are, at 100%. Spain's managed to amass a bit of a fleet rather quickly, haven't they? Wow, they went from 43 to 75. Yeah, they're picking up steam now, moving into Galicia. Okay, Posen, and yeah, we're just, yeah. Posen suffers light damage. Okay. Ooh, I wanna do this one. Oh no, wait a second. No, we got enough time. This should be a very quick one. It's 2 light cruisers against a battleship armed with 18-inch cannons. All right. Well, doesn't she look pretty? Sailing along like that. 9,000 damage. Why only 9,000 damage? High capacity semi-AP light shells. That's probably why, is the light shells. I'm going to want to go back to full-sized shells. But for now, or maybe even heavies. 18-inch heavies might be amusing. See, this ship doesn't oversteer. It's because it's got a balanced, not a semi-balanced rudder. Diesel engines. Geez, imagine the diesel engines that would take to power this thing. 28,773. Oh my God. That sounded horrific. Wow. One shell. One 18-inch shell. Please let him sink, the poor little thing. Oh my God, just one shell ripped him apart. Ouch. Ow. Make it stop, the humanity. And those quad barrel secondaries are just pounding away on that poor thing. Huh. Like I said, not very long at all. Those poor guys weren't even able to get shots off. How did he suffer light damage? I'm curious. Anyway. Wow. And as you can see, this is actually educational for me as well, in that, yeah, unrestricted submarine warfare is kind of not cool. But like I said, I want to go to war with these guys. I want to get this over with. I don't want this to drag on. I don't want it to drag on. And I get a feeling that for some of you guys, it kind of might be. Anyhow, we got a 100% chance to win this. So, folks, for those of you that stopped by, thank you. For those of you that showed your support, unequivocally showed your support, thanks even more. It is much appreciated. So until next time, this is Wolf 190D signing off.